There's a concept in medicine, we think of happiness and sadness, but there's a concept in medicine. Real happiness is actually a state of flow. It's called flow. And flow is when you're actively engaged in something and you get lost in the moment. So let's say there's a writer who's writing a book and he's really getting to a good part and he's writing. And he gets into that moment when he's really like doing it, he can lose track of himself for hours. That's called flow. It's delicious. It's desirable. We've all had moments of that.
And it feels like minutes.
It feels like minutes.
Yeah.
So we want that in our lives. And you cannot get that when you're on social media all day. You can only get that from doing something yourself. It might be sedentary like writing. It might be selling real estate like you do. It might be seeing patients in an ER where you're doing, but it's something that you as a human are doing. And that gives you flow, and flow is it's a tremendous sense of like happiness and satisfaction.
I feel it every day.
Yes.
And I know exactly what you're
If
talking
you love what you do,
Yeah.
you feel it.
I do. I feel it when I wake up, when I run, when I'm with my kids, when I'm working, when I'm selling, when I even doing this. It's the people and the energy. It's a flow. I love that.
Flow. So I feel very bad, like teenagers and young adults, and older people too. You can't get that sense of flow. You might not even know what I'm talking about when you're listening to my words, but just imagine those moments in your life when you really lost track of time with whatever it was you were doing. You might have been at a party with friends, really enjoying yourself. That can be a moment of flow too, but it's something you're doing. It's something that you're accomplishing, you're moving it.
How do we change that? I see kids, like, again, my kids, me and my wife, she's very actively working against that environment that we're surrounded with, environment where you have 90% of the kids are on their phone playing games and being lazy. It's sad to watch. So we're staying active with our kids, exercise, we're going out all the time, walk,
Yes.
run, doesn't matter, just engage with the nature. And I can see my kids are happy like I was when I was a kid. But 90%, I hate to say percentage,
Yeah.
it might be less or more, but a lot of kids there's obesity out there. It's how we change that. It's almost, I'll talk to people and they'll say, Blaise, well, it's a revolution. It's changing. It's forever changing. You cannot do anything. And I hate that.
So
we gotta do something.
We do. We can do something. And first of all, we are humans. We're motivated by pleasure. The example that you gave is that your wife and you together have made an environment that is giving pleasure to your children. They're enjoying it. You're not dragging them off and whipping them, putting them in a closet. You are creating enjoyable experiences, and it becomes self-fulfilling. The first step, as we hear, is the hardest. The first step is the hardest. It is fun to sit on the phone and it's fun to sit on the couch and phone surf, right? It's fun. That's true. But it's also fun to get outside and do something. So it really is up to the parents, or if you're 18 years old, it's up to yourself to find that spark. It's like the lighter for the candle. You got to find that spark.
How do you do it when 5 other friends are not?
I'll totally get to that. But let's say you got that spark, then you go out and do something that will become self-fulfilling because it is enjoyable. Now, I am part of what I call #Team Reality. It does take a spark. In your case, as parents raising children, you force the spark, you create the spark, you enable it. Much harder if you're 20, 25 years old and you're like just sitting around and like, how do you get that spark? And I'm here to tell you, we live in a broken world, in a fallen world, and you actually have to do something. Yeah. So if you're 25 years old and you're kind of bored with your life and you're sitting there, maybe you're a little bit overweight, male or female.
Yep.
I'm telling you, there is no magic fairy dust that's going to wave a wand
and make it
as you're sitting on the couch with your phone and make it happen. But if you can just hear my voice, take that like 10-minute difference, put on your sneakers, put on your sunglasses,
go
outside, take a walk, and then come back and tell me that I'm not right.
I love it.
You have to provide it, but it's only about 10 minutes of energy that you have to give yourself.
Yep.
And then send us an email, or an email's so old-fashioned, right?
No, you still send emails.
Click on here and tell us if we're not right. So give yourself
I
this
agree 100%.
that 10-minute spark. And parents, do this for your children. And good friends, honestly, should do it for each other. A good friend could say to you, and you could be that friend in the group that's like, no, I don't want to sit and just chat on the phone all day. I want to go walk on the beach. Oh my God, we live here in heaven. We live in Naples. Go take a walk. Just get outside.
I was recently with a great client of mine, now friend, from Eastern Europe. He visited Florida. He loved it.